Welcome everyone, I've got some amazing news for you, not exactly about Pokemon Go, but about this Pokemon Go YouTube channel. As you might have found out recently, I hit 100,000 subscribers, so look what I just got in the mail, everybody. The YouTube 100,000 subscribers plaque. It's gonna be a silver play button, it should be, hopefully. I haven't opened it yet, I saved it to open with you guys. It's still sealed right here, so let's open it up together, and while I'm opening this up, I wanted to show you guys two things today. I wanted to show you how I dye my hair, and also I wanted to show you a little bit more in-depth about my own personality. I wanted you guys to get to know me a little bit better, so I decided to do a Q&A. I actually asked on my Twitter, if you're not following me yet on Twitter, at Pokemon Master Holly, PKMN Master Holly. Please follow me on Twitter so that way you guys all know whenever I do Q&As like this. But everybody on Twitter, thank you for those questions. I'll be answering them in this video. So without further ado, let's open up the play button box while I begin to answer questions. And the first question is actually from Ada Enchilada, and she says, what was the first tattoo that I got? Actually, the first tattoo that I got was a Pokeball on my wrist. It was pixelated, and I got that in 2012. So here it is right here, this Pokeball right here, pixelated, little 8-bit. I just had to go back to my days of red, blue, and yellow version. That's why I had to get it pixelated, because I had to get back to that nostalgia of everything, how it's pixelated on the Game Boy Color. Those are my favorite games for Pokemon. And that's what I started playing back in like 1997, so that's when everything got real for me, when I was like 7 years old. I was born in 1990. So let's actually open up the bottom of this box. Really close. I guess if they didn't want it to be damaged in shipping. Okay, here it goes. The big reveal. It's styrofoam, wow. Let's fold this down and hopefully styrofoam, YouTube. Okay, ta-da, yes, look at that, it's beautiful. This is so awesome. Look at this letter from YouTube. I'm not gonna read the whole thing to you guys, but it says on the first sentence, you've just done something that very few YouTube creators accomplish. You had an astonishing 100,000 people subscribe to your channel. Thank you guys so much for 100,000 subscribers. I couldn't have done it without you guys, obviously. It's all because of you all that I have this award now. It's so beautiful. Look at this. Pokemon Master Holly for passing 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yes! Yes! I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. Let's get into some more Q&A as I dye my hair. Let's go. All right, everyone, let's get this thing started. Here is my naturally curly hair. I actually have to straighten my hair every single day to get that look that I usually have on my channel. So to those of you who are also curly haired people, fam, I love you guys. I feel the struggle and pain of having curly hair. But let's, first step is brush this out. So let's do that, and I'm gonna answer this first question by Andres. He says, quick, my favorite 3 Pokemon are Flareon, Pidgeot, and Raichu. Now that my hair is brushed out, I've got some bleach here. This is the L'Oreal Colorista bleach. We're gonna put this all over my roots. As you can see, my natural hair color, which is another question, is brown. So that's the answer to that question. Here's my natural hair color, same as my eyebrows. True Inferno asks, what is your favorite main series Pokemon game of all time? It's gotta be Yellow version, because my favorite gen is Gen 1, and I just love the Kanto region. I love the nostalgia of it because that was like the first games that I played. And also I just love how Pikachu follows you. So now let's get this bleach on my head. Now that I have bleach on my head, I'm gonna start working it into my roots here. And I'm gonna read Moose Punk's question. I know there are probably too many, but what is one of your most memorable moments in Pokemon Go coupled with a location, like where you felt most connected to both the environment and the AR experience? The first thing that comes to my mind was actually GoFest Chicago last year, so 2018, and it was the most immersive, I thought, with the different biomes where you could travel to different areas of GoFest and you could see different Pokemon appearing depending on what habitat you were in. Like there was a snowy habitat, so you could catch snow runs. That was the most interactive and immersive. Okay, I just turned on my light because I realized it was so dark in here, so I put another light on. But I'm also working my way over. I'm bleaching all my roots now on this side of my head. And the next question actually comes from Reversal. What's up, Gio? Says, my next YouTube goal is 200,000 subscribers. We've already hit 110,000, so thank you guys so much for subscribing. I'm so #blessed. I'm so thankful. Thank you guys for all subscribing to my channel. I love you so much. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for helping me reach my goals. Okay, so I've been putting a lot of bleach on my hair. You can see that my hair is starting to lighten up, starting to come out. But the next question is from Philly Beats You, and he says, what is your favorite moment of 2019? I actually have a lot of favorite moments already from 2019, so I'll give you two. One of my first favorite moments was visiting Brazil for the Safari Zone, to Porto Alegre, to the Safari Zone, and that was really cool. That was my first time in South America, and I really enjoyed meeting my friend Tainara. She was amazing because I had a hard time navigating around Brazil because I didn't speak the language. Obviously, I don't speak Portuguese. So she really helped me in navigating the area and getting to know the locals. So Tainara, you're amazing. And then my second favorite moment from 2019 was probably going to the Sentosa Safari Zone and hanging out with Brandon Tan at his house, because Brandon Tan was actually nice enough to invite me, Trainer Tips, Zoe Two Dots, Reversal, Mystic 7, JT Gilly, Sakura, Tom Cruise, all the YouTubers back to his house. That was so cool, and it was just awesome to, like, you know, be around everybody and just chill out. Like, we weren't exactly like trying to film a whole lot. We were just trying to get to know each other better and relax. So that was really nice. Honestly, all the safari zones have been super cool. So let's get a couple more gobs of bleach in my hair. Well, everyone, I have washed my hair. I have, you know, began to dry it, but it's still obviously wet. I just washed all the bleach out. You can see that I've got bleach blonde hair at the top and my regular blue at the bottom. I just combed through it, but now I've got to completely dry it before we start adding dyes to it. So let's answer a question by Kimber. She says, what has been your most memorable moment in my Pokemon Go career so far? My most memorable moment, there's so many good ones, but I think one where I really felt like recognized by the community was when I was going to be filmed by the official crew who filmed us during the Pokemon Go Summer Tour Squad when we were in Chicago after Go Fest. At some point, the film crew took me and Reversal aside and set us aside for us to film our different segments about each other during that Go Fest video. I'll put the link in the description box to what I'm talking about, but if you haven't seen it yet, it's a little short commercial filmed by the official Niantic crew, and it was a little episode about me and Reversal, and I just felt so crazy that an official Niantic film crew was filming us for that. I really felt like, wow, like the community actually is really that curious about us. You guys want to know about us. That was a wow moment for me. I'm very humbled by the community and how you guys want to learn more about me and the other Pokemon Go YouTubers. So this is a great opportunity, a little Q&A to help us all get to know each other better. And I want to say thank you guys so much for giving me all these questions. But now let's dry my hair and let's see how the paint starts to look once I put the colors in. Now I have dried my hair completely. As you can see, it's really fluffy now. It's being all puffed up from all the dry air. So it's really blonde at the top too, so it looks like that was success with the bleach. Now it's time for colors. So I always use Manic Panic dyes. This is what it looks like right here in these little jars. Here I've got some Atomic Turquoise. That's going to be the primary color. That's actually this color too, but it's just really faded. I've also got this pink, the Hot Pink, which I'm going to put on the ends, and a little bit of Bad Boy Blue on the very top. And also I wanted to go back to Kimber's question, what is my most memorable moment in my Pokemon Go career so far? Honestly, I've got so many memorable moments, but I think that my other two ones that I just couldn't live without talking was the Dortmund Safari Zone and the Yokosuka Safari Zone. Those two were so amazing that summer because they were also part of the Summer Tour Squad, and I loved traveling with Niantic and traveling with my other fellow Pokemon Go YouTubers, Reversal, Trainer Tips Nick, Mystic 7, Schilling, Spielatren, and Yamada. Those guys were so much fun. We formed like a little family, and just traveling around all these different countries together and making videos together, those are my most memorable experiences because they were just like, they felt like family, and I still feel that way about them now. I feel like those guys, I can hit up any of them whenever I want to, ask them to go hang out, and they'd be down to hang out. So that memory was possible because of Pokemon Go. So thanks, Kimber, for that question. Now with the pink, let's just start putting it on the ends of my hair. And I want to answer this question by Get a Lovegood. She says, is there somewhere that you have always wanted to visit but haven't got to yet? There are so many places that I want to visit that I haven't gotten to yet. Probably number one on my list is Italy. I really want to go and just visit all of Italy. It's such a beautiful country. I really want to go to London as well. I would love to play Harry Potter Wizards Unite in London. I think that'd be cool. London, Dublin. I want to go to Ireland because I need to drink Irish beer for real. I think that'd be super cool. Asian wise, I definitely want to go back to Japan. I want to try to go to every single city in Japan. So Japan and a Euro trip are my next up on my list. I've just added some pink to my bang here, and I finished putting all the pink on the sides and the bottom portion of my hair. So now I want to answer Scott's question. If there was no Pokemon Go, but you had to do a YouTube channel, what would it be about? That's a huge struggle for me because Pokemon Go is my channel and Pokemon is my channel. So I guess if I had to pick something else, I'd probably say main series Pokemon games, especially now that Sword and Shield's coming out. I definitely want to stream playing Sword and Shield on YouTube, so I hope that you guys are down to watch me play some regular Pokemon games, some main series games. I want to be a Pokemon Go YouTuber and I want to be a main series Pokemon YouTuber. I think that would be pretty awesome. Now I'm adding a little bit of the bad boy blue to the top of my roots here. And my next question comes from Brent, and he says, do you ever look back on those videos with Nick and Gio in Europe and think, man, this took off fast? I do not look back at those old videos and think, man, this took off fast. I do not think that, and I still don't think that about my channel. Although I do appreciate other people might say that my channel's grown fast. I just know that I've worked really hard, and exposure is tough. So I do want to say thank you so much to Reversal and Trainer Tips, because they were the first two YouTubers that I ever collaborated with on my channel. And I think that because of them, they helped give me that exposure that I really needed back when I only had 1,000 subscribers. And I went from like 1,000 subscribers to like 5,000 subscribers in a week. So I was getting about 1,000 subscribers every single day that I hung out with Reversal and Trainer Tips in Amsterdam. That was the very first time I had met them. Anybody else who has a channel, if it's not taking off in the beginning, don't worry, you just have to keep putting your hard work into it. Now we're gonna put the atomic turquoise in the middle part of my hair, and we have another question from J. Scott Nichols. He says, thank you for your military service. What made you decide to go into the military, and which branch, and what made you decide to detach from the military and pursue other things? So I'm actually from a military family. My father was an Army Ranger. He was super hardcore growing up, and he definitely gave me a certain Army discipline, like always making my bed, always making sure that my room was tidy. I gotta thank my dad for doing that. So he was a huge influence on my life, so I was always interested in joining the Army. But it wasn't until I made friends with a lot of other people who are also in the military that they really influenced me to join the military. And actually somebody who I was with at the time was also in the military, so because he was in, I wanted to be in too, so I decided to go in. And it was an experience. I was in the military for 3 years. I went to Afghanistan for 9 months, so I was deployed to Afghanistan, and I was driving around an Army general, a 1-star. So that was cool because we got in Black Hawk helicopters, and I never had to shoot anyone or anything like that. So I was a 25 November, which is a signal corps, which basically, anybody who doesn't speak Army terms, it's basically like an IT help desk. Basically, people would bring me their computers and I would fix them, or I would like help them connect to the network, or like help them get their email fixed, or like hook up a printer. I was just general IT. And yes, I was in the Army. That's what branch I was in. So I would say that it's two factors that really led me into the Army. Number one was my father. Number two was my ex that I was with at the time. And also number three was my grandfather, who was in the Navy. So he's pretty cool too. All these influences came together to make me really want to join the Army. And also, a fourth influence, 9/11 happened. I wanted to help fight terrorism. I wanted to, do the good fight, and also make my parents and grandparents proud of me at the same time. So joining the Army just seemed like the right thing to do. And I really had a great experience. So that's what was up. And I got out of the military because actually I got arthritis in all of my fingers, so I got med boarded out. It wasn't really like my choice. I don't know where I'd be. I was promotable at the time. I could have been a sergeant if I had stayed in. I was E4 promotable, so who knows where I would be if I was still in the military. I was definitely a top soldier. I won Soldier of the Quarter board, and I also won Soldier of the Year board. So I was pretty smart on my army knowledge, and I had over 300 on my PT test, so I was like the fittest of the fit. I was definitely the top out of all the females in my unit. I was a beast in PT. PT is like physical training, like running, push-ups, your mile, all that stuff. Next up, you guys can see I finished putting all the blue dye in my hair, so it now fades from dark blue to turquoise to pink. So next up, I just gotta wash all of this dye out of my hair. We have another question. It says, I feel exhausted playing Pokemon Go these days. Do you have days where you feel Pogo exhaustion? And the answer is 100% yes. Pokemon Go is definitely a grind right now. Just trying to get shiny Pokemon, just trying to get the next raid boss for your Pokedex, just making sure that you have enough Stardust to compete with everybody in PvP. Honestly, some days all I do is spin a Pokestop, catch a Pokemon, and get my stamp. And then other days I'm playing for hours and hours and hours. But some days I only play enough to get my stamp and my spin and my catch, and then I don't play anymore that day. So yes, it's definitely possible to reach Pogo exhaustion. I've definitely been there. You have reached Pogo exhaustion if you are just grinding the game and you just feel like pointless, you feel like you're not having fun with the game anymore, then that's your perfect opportunity to take a break. When the game isn't fun anymore, that's when you have to reevaluate if you could be playing in a different way that is more fun for you. So for me, once I take a break, I definitely feel better when I can just jump back into Pogo feeling fresh, kind of taking advantage of maybe another event. A new event is always a great time to just jump back into Pogo and pick up where you left off. But if you're feeling that it's not fun anymore, that's when you just take a couple days to yourself, take even a couple hours to yourself. Take a break from sending all those gifts like crazy. Take a break from purchasing a million things in-app, all those incubators. And then come back into it when the next event starts up. You'll be a lot better. Now I have washed out my hair. I rinsed out all of the dye. So now anything that's left is just pure color. So now I need to dry it and we'll see how vibrant the colors are. But first we have to answer this question by Martin. He says, with the addition of raids, trading, and PvP, the gradual rollout of Pokestop submissions, is there anything left to implement as a major feature? New shinies and new Pokemon don't count. Yes, there is a lot of features still can be added to Pokemon Go, like breeding. Certain Pokemon in the main series games only could learn certain moves through breeding. So breeding is definitely something that could come to Pokemon Go. Something else that we still could use in Pokemon Go is something like the Pokemon Ami feature, which is where you could feed them treats and give them poffins and rub them and pet them and make them feel loved. And when you pet them, they would do better in battle. We could definitely use something like that in Pokemon Go, where maybe we find berries or collect berries from Pokestops or like trees or something just along your Pokemon journey in the real world. You will come across berries, you can pick them up, you can feed them to your Pokemon, they'll regain health, maybe if they've been in a gym for a while and they lost some health. I would think that Pokemon Go has a lot of room to grow. But let's dry this hair off. It's the next day, I've actually slept on my hair, I let it dry naturally. Time to straighten it. But first, before we do that, we gotta brush it out, and I wanna answer a question by Kristen. Kristen asks, when and why did you decide to become a Pokemon Go YouTuber? Have you done anything else on YouTube before? And actually, I have. I actually was a Minecraft YouTuber for a hot minute. I think I was only a Minecraft YouTuber for like a couple of months, and I got a couple thousand subscribers, but it just didn't work out for me that I was doing that, so I ended up getting another job. So I actually had to go look up my YouTube channel, which is Crafty Minecrafter. It has 2,363 subscribers and has 122,000 views so far. So it was a small channel. I was just getting started. I probably did it for like a couple of months before I didn't do anything with it. But 2011, so this YouTube channel was created 6 years prior to my Pokemon Go YouTube channel. So in between there, I finished college, I went through the army, and then I started my Pokemon Go YouTube channel. So just in those 6 years was a lot of life experience that helped me do what I do now. So now here's my flat iron. We're gonna straighten out all my hair now, but I wanna answer the rest of Kristen's question, when and why did I become a YouTuber? So when was honestly when I was a lot younger. The first YouTuber that I think I really saw and paid attention to religiously was Jenna Marbles. She's an old school YouTuber for those of you who only watch Pokemon Go. Jenna Marbles came around back in the late mid 2000s, and she's just hilarious. She's a comedian, and I really like how she did like weekly vlogs about her and her dogs and her boyfriend, and I just thought that was so cool. I wanted to be like her when I grew up. I wanted to make people laugh. I wanted to share my experiences with people. So that's what I decided to do. I just never knew exactly how I was going to go about doing that in a way that could relate to my own life. So then when Pokemon Go came out and I realized it was a perfect marriage of all my favorite things, people, Pokemon, and going outside and going on adventures on foot. It sounds so cheesy, it sounds corny, it sounds scripted, but to me, those are the 3 things that I love. If I could pick out 3 things out of my life and make a YouTube channel about it, it would be those top 3 things. People, Pokemon, and adventures. Okay, it's straightened. So this is the final product. What do you guys think? I think it turned out pretty good. I think I put a little bit too much purple up here in my bangs, but I think it looks good. So, sweet. Let's read some more questions. Issa B says, I would love to see you do a commentary video with the first time we got to meet you with reversal and trainer tips. So Issa B is asking me to record me watching some of my first videos with trainer tips and reversal and record a new commentary of me seeing these over top of the old videos. So let me know in the comment section below if you guys would like to see me make new videos about my old videos, reacting to them, making a commentary. Let me know what you guys think about that. Thanks, Issa B. Next question's by Manny G. He says, what do you think you'd be doing now if you weren't a full-time YouTuber? So right before I started my Pokemon Go YouTube channel, I was graduating from college with a psychology degree and a minor in neuroscience. So I was actually planning on heading towards my graduate degree so I could become a therapist in couple and family counseling. A couple and family counselor is something that we really need, and I hope that if you guys don't have a therapist or a counselor or someone that you could just talk to on a daily basis about your regular stressors and things that make you feel emotional and maybe you don't want to tell your friends about it, please go seek help from a therapist, a counselor, a friend, a parent, a relative, someone that you can trust. And it's so important to talk these things. We are humans, we're social creatures, and it's so necessary. And Pokemon Go has shown us that it's really powerful to have strong friendships that you can talk to when things get tough. So that's why we're all here for each other in the Pokemon Go community. All right, everyone, I just took the plastic off of this thing. It's so cool. It's like a mirror on the inside. Here, take a look at yourself. That's the camera. But look at this. This is so cool, guys. Thank you so much for 100,000 subscribers. I just gotta say thank you once again. Thank you guys so much for this. I will keep striving to hit more goals on YouTube and try to entertain all of you. So if you think that sounds good to you, make sure you subscribe. Like I said before, smash the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you then.